Good day everyone, I'm Brent Palertuna from SSC and I welcome you participants in our online training for data handling and management using free and open source and geospatial technologies for Sentinel-2 for agriculture. Now, I'll be going to our second part of the introductory videos. I'll be explaining today the CentoAgri and the gaps of the training data. Now I have loaded the training data coming from the vector folder that we have. Now this is the training data of the province of Isabela. As you can see, here are the training data. Most of them scattered mostly on the western side and eastern side of the province. If we put some labels on the training data or features, you will be able to see that most of the training data on the western part or Malig Plains are composed of annual cropland, namely rice, corn, and sugarcane. Like here in San Manuel, we put several features here or training data features named as rice. And if we visit the riverbanks or the cropland near the riverbanks, we'll be able to see corn farms like this in Kawayan City. As for the sugarcane, the prominent area that represents sugarcane lands are located, for example, here in Santa Maria. Here are the sugarcanes. Now for the eastern side, most of them, untoggle this. So most of them are represented by the green or dark green areas. So definitely these are forested areas on the Sierra Madre mountain range, traversing the portion of Isabela or the eastern portion of Isabela. So most of them are located on the rolling to steep slopes of Isabela. So if we toggle these, you can see that the square and the pentagon or square or the pentagon are composed of the primary and secondary forest. We also put some other forest types or forest formations such as the limestone forest and the ultramafic forests, which are mostly found in Limapigil. So for the details on how we map this, we have just based or used references coming from various articles on geological formations of Isabela. So the ultramafic and the limestone classes here are not botanically referenced, or they're not based on field surveys, based on botanical surveys. So we just use references coming from geological or geomorphological characteristics coming from a science article. If you're interested about the article, I'll show it to you, or just send message to concerned ESSC staff. So now I'll just untoggle the label so I'll be clearly showing to you the gaps of the data. So we are here to, you participants are on this training for you to help ESSC in filling up the gaps traversing the middle portion of Isabela, starting from San Pablo up to Municipality of San Agustin. For various reasons, ESSC and its field surveyors have not successfully visited those areas which don't have enough training data or land cover features, since most of the areas are sometimes unreachable due to security reasons, bad weather, or bad terrain, or simply the terrain is very hard to visit, or the place is very hard to visit because of its very rugged terrain. So what we are requesting from you participants, especially for the capstone project in the worksheet number 3, is for you to fill up these gaps based on the data or based from your previous field work experiences or your expertly knowledge on these areas. So we are assuming that these areas are the transition zones of Isabela, since these are the areas that divides the permanently agricultural crops with the forested zones for the eastern side of Isabela. So we are assuming these are transition zones, mainly comprised of mosaic land cover features. So we could say that there are no dominant land cover here compared to the eastern and the western side of Isabela. So we are counting on you to put your expert knowledge or use your expert knowledge or field data experience for us to fill those gaps so that the Cento Agri will have a much better land cover land use map as its outputs. For the land cover and land use, classes, you can go to the training data handling module itself and check the land cover and land use here. So the description of these land cover and land use are mainly based from the fieldwork of the ESSC surveyors and other references consulted by ESSC. So I'll be expounding this on the last video of this training module. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask or send private message on the dashboard if you have any clarifications. Thank you, and we'll see you again to our next lecture. Goodbye.